Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Good afternoon. Here is the national news from BGI TV, Baba Gbagedemo TV. I am Sani Tolakomi Ajikade. First, here the major headlines for the national news. President Muhammadu Buhari, CBN destroying lives, livelihood with badly implemented Naira policy. 2023. I no longer believe in Buhari's leadership. Rthrøw drops another bombshell. Nigerian armed forces deny Pløt claim ahead of polls. DSS invite Fani Kayode over Cøùp allegation. Police to summon Lagos monarch for threatening residents who will not support Tinubu. Father dies while fighting school bus driver who allegedly defied daughter. And lastly, on sports. On the 20 AFCON, Flying Eagles fight back to beat Congo in friendly game. Now hear the news in details. The Nigerian Employers Consultative Association has condemned the CBN's poorly implemented Naira notes policy sanctioned by President Muhammadu Buhari, declaring it is ruining lives and livelihood. NECA urged the Buhari regime to look beyond the politics of the Naira redesign and focus on the damaging effect on businesses and the economy at large. Its Director General Adewale Smart Oyeride made the call in a statement on Sunday in Lagos State. In the last few weeks, with the cash cruise and the purchasing ability of Nigerians greatly impaired by the poor implementation of the policy, the economy has witnessed a significant bashing. This is so with reports stated that the real sector witnessed about 40% drop in productive activities, explained by Mr. Oyeride. He added as the cash cross continues, thousands of productive hours are lost daily on queues by the employees, and many cannot even get to work. The value chain in the formal and informal sector with over 10 billion naira cash transaction daily is almost destroyed with consequences for employment, businesses, sustainability, and national development. The NECA Director General called for crucial and immediate effort to be made to improve or upgrade alternative routes to cash, thereby ensuring seamless transaction before going digital. The Kaduna State Governor, Rthrøw, has again come out on the presidency, saying he no longer believes in the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. Recall the sequel to the recent cash policy by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The governor had raised the alarm that some elements in the presidency were working against the party's presidential candidate, Bola Tinubu. The governor who vowed that those in Tinubu camp would defeat the cabals, so they would be unmasked in due time. Speaking with Channels TV last week, Rthrøw alleged that some people in the presidency who backed another aspirant during the APC primary election while using Buhari to actualize their plans. Similarly, in an interview with Premier Times, the governor declared that though he still believes in Buhari, he no longer trusts those working around him. I believe in Buhari, I still don't have, I will never stop, but I no longer believe in the circle around him and the quality of decisions and actions coming out of their leadership, Rthrøw said. The Nigerian military has denied a claim by the governing party that is planning to disrupt the upcoming presidential election. An official from the APC party said the generals had last week held a secret meeting with the rival PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar. The allegations are wicked and malicious, the army statement said. The race to become the next president of Africa's most populous country is too close to call. The three top contenders in the 25th February elections are Bola Tinubu from the governing All Progressive Congress, Atiku Abubakar from the People's Democratic Party, and Peter Obi from the Labour Party. The army said it was professional and loyal to the Constitution and would never be part of a plot to overthrow the civilian authorities. The Department of State Services has invited Femi Fani Kayode and All Progressive Congress shifting over its allegations of an attempted coup allegedly being planned. Fani Kayode announced the DSS invitation in a statement issued on Monday morning. APC chieftain answered, "We honor the invitation because he had nothing to fear about," adding that he would continue to express his feelings as long as he has his life in him. 3 days ago, on the day that I tweeted about newspaper reports alleging that Atiku was secretly meeting with army generals, I received a text message from someone who claimed to be a DSS officer asking me to report to them on a matter of national security. A traditional ruler of Gara community in the Etiosa local government area of Lagos State has reportedly threatened residents who are likely known to support the candidacy of All Progressive Congress in the forthcoming election in the state. The threat, which is coming barely few days to the 2023 general elections, was contained in a purported audio recording where the man was said to have told members of the community who will not vote for all the Progressive Congress their house will not be allowed to engage in any business or risk losing their business. The Baale also threatened the community members who refuse to vote for APC in the 2023 election will be sent out. However, when contacted, the spokesperson of the State Police Command, Benjamin Hundeyin, so the command is aware of the audio recording. They are sure that the Baale will be invited to the State Command on Monday, February 13, 2023 for proper questioning. A 47-year-old man, Frederick, has lost his life for standing up to a school bus driver in Lagos State, who allegedly defied his 7-year-old daughter. He died in the school premises in a Gov'T with the driver, known as Jacob. Frederick has gone to meet the school management in company of his widow and their daughter to narrate their daughter's experience with Jacob and to ask for immediate action. After he died in the Cøùp, Jacob absconded from the scene, leading to a manhunt by the police. Spokesman of the police in Lagos State, SP Benjamin Hundeyin, confirmed the incident and said the police were on the trail of the driver and would not relent until he is brought to book. Frederick's widow noted that her daughter narrated to how Jacob has been taken out to his house at Ajuwon in Ogun to molest her. Itself, she narrated the same report to her deceased husband, after which he called the school and he has asked to come so that the matter could be settled. On Wednesday, February 1st, my daughter told me that her school bus driver has been taken out to his house at Ajuwon on the pretext and he needed to drop something at home and that she should follow him. When they entered in the house, the driver also asked my daughter to sit on his lap, to raise her school uniform and to kiss him on his mouth. He was later asked about the allegation leveled against him, but he denied. My daughter was then asked, she narrated, and the same experience she told us at home. And lastly, on sports. The Flying Eagles came back from a goal down to beat Congo 2-1 in a friendly on Sunday night. It was Ladan Bossel's side fourth game since they arrived at Morocco last week Friday for the final lap of their preparation for the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. Despite dominating the early exchanges, the Flying Eagles fell behind on 21 minutes after Oniazin Salomon scored for the Congolese. The West African came close to equalizing a couple of times afterwards, but were let down by their poor finishing. Substitute Emmanuel Ishebo equalized for the Flying Eagles on the 66th minute with a brilliant solo effort. Another substitute, Adam Olamilekun, netted the winning goal 60 minutes from time after a delightful cross from Emmanuel Njoko. The 7th African champions will take on Central African Republic in another friendly on Wednesday. The team will depart Morocco for the Under-20 AFCON on Friday. The Flying Eagles will face host Egypt, Mozambique, and Senegal in Group A at the AFCON. And that concludes the national news for this hour. But before we go, here are some of the major headlines once again. Buhari, CBN destroying lives livelihood with badly implemented Naira notes, NECA. 2023, I no longer believe in Buhari's leadership. El-Rufai drops another bombshell. Nigerian Armed Forces drop Cøùp plot claim ahead of polls. DSS invites Fani Kayode over Cøùp allegation. Police to summon Lagos monarch for threatening residents who will not support Tinubu. To join us on all our social media handles on Facebook as Gbagedemo with Alawi Adebayo, please follow the page and share the page. And on Instagram as Gbagedemo_22. Please follow the page and share the page as well. And on YouTube as Baba Gbagedemo TV. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn your post notification bell. For your adverts, please call the number displayed on the screen. Thanks so much for always watching our news on VGI TV. I am Sanut Olakomi Ajikade. Bye for now.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.